Few warriors in history have never tasted defeat, but one man stood above them all. Khalid Ibn Al-Walid, the unstoppable general, the brilliant strategist, and the man known as the Sword of Allah. Khalid was born into the powerful Banu Makhzum tribe in Mecca, a family of warriors. From a young age, he trained to become a master of war. When Islam emerged, Khalid was one of its fiercest enemies. At the Battle of Uhud, he led the cavalry in a brilliant maneuver, striking the Muslim army from behind and turning the tide of battle. But Khalid's true legend began at the Battle of Mu'tah. Facing an army of 200,000 Romans, the Muslim force was outnumbered 70-1. 3 commanders fell in battle, leaving the army in chaos, until Khalid took command. Fighting with unmatched ferocity, he broke 9 swords in the heat of combat. Using masterful tactics, he led the Muslim army out of certain destruction. For this, the Prophet Muhammad named him the Sword of Allah. After the Prophet's passing, Arabia was in turmoil. False prophets and rebellious tribes threatened Islam's unity. At the bloody Battle of Yamama, Khalid crushed the forces of Musaylama the liar, securing the Arabian Peninsula under Islamic rule. With Arabia united, Khalid turned his sights toward 2 superpowers, the Persian and Roman empires. At the Battle of Chains, he faced an enemy bound together in iron chains to prevent retreat. Using devastating tactics, he obliterated them, proving the might of Islamic warriors. But his ultimate victory came at Yarmouk, a battle that changed history. Facing a force of 200,000 Roman soldiers with just 40,000 warriors, Khalid used the terrain, outmaneuvered the enemy, and annihilated the once invincible Byzantine army. This triumph marked the beginning of Muslim dominance in the region. Khalid's genius was not limited to open battles. He was also a master of siege warfare. At the Siege of Damascus, he orchestrated a multi-pronged attack, deceiving the defenders and forcing the great city into submission. His ability to adapt, strategize, and execute flawless campaigns was unmatched. One of Khalid's most stunning victories came at the Battle of Firaz, where he faced the combined forces of the Romans and Persians. Outnumbered and surrounded, he devised a brilliant pincer maneuver, crushing both armies in a single stroke. This was the last battle Khalid fought in Persia, cementing his reputation as the greatest tactician of his era. Despite his undefeated record, Khalid was dismissed from command by Caliph Umar, not for failure, but to remind the world that victory comes from Allah, not from men. Even then, his name remained a legend among warriors. As his time came to an end, Khalid reflected on his life. He had fought in over 100 battles, yet he lay dying in bed, not on the battlefield.
I have fought in countless battles, yet I die on my bed like an old man. Let the eyes of cowards never sleep.
Khalid Ibn Al-Walid, the undefeated commander, the warrior of Islam, the Sword of Allah. His legacy remains a reminder that faith, courage, and strategy can change the world.